Hey, this is Gary with Black Diamond Games. I want to continue on the theme of successful game stores, right? So the first part of this, I talked about what it means to be a successful store owner, which is pretty much a self-defined category. Um, Now I want to talk a little bit about like really what is a successful store? How does a store become successful, right? And I kind of my thoughts on that are kind of come from this book in the game trade about the RPG industry called Designers and Dragons by Shannon Appelcline. In this book, if you read the whole book, you start to see the themes of the book come into focus. And the themes, whether intended or not, are that RPG companies, publishers, throughout the years have had this juxtaposition between creativity and business acumen. Those companies that were able to find a balance between those two things were successful, and those that didn't failed. And it's like time and again, if you can become, if you have great creativity and you can't manage your success, if all your profits go up your nose, or you buy a lot of Jeep parts, which is kind of what my problem right now, then you are probably going to fail. So, and you can see the companies that have survived to this day have adapted and succeeded, like Steve Jackson Games, and they used to be an RPG company. GURPS used to be a big thing. Now, if you talk to them, it's less than it's single percentages of their overall sales. So the same kind of holds true to some respect with hobby game stores, and with hobby game stores, you have this juxtaposition between business demands and satisfying customers, and there's overlap for sure, but it's you could run a store where customers love you and have some poor business acumen, and you'll fail. And the customers are like, "Oh my gosh, how did this possibly happen?" It's like because they are in tension between making you happy and making themselves money, right? So it's not just business acumen. The second part of that is customer satisfaction, delighting customers. Customers need to be delighted. And customers need more. To delight a customer, what do you need, right? You need to be catering to them from a service perspective, which can push yourself beyond beyond the limits of the business's demands, what it needs. It could be having inventory that they love despite it not selling well. And it could be events. You might do a lot of events. You might devote your space to a lot of events that they want but aren't profitable. You might not monetize your game space. You might go to conventions and see it as a loss leader or a merchandising marketing expense. A lot of game store owners that actually look at the bottom line have walked away from conventions, but conventions are where you could delight customers. So, and you'll see these best of the Bay or best of the region articles where these wonderful customer delighting stores will get featured, and then they'll go out of business a year or two later. But so anyway, I'm not saying you shouldn't delight customers because you have to, but there's a tension between these two things, being profitable and customer delight. These things are not mutually exclusive. There is some overlap in the Venn diagram, but you can go too far in one direction. You can go too far in the business side of it. I mean, I do seminars on inventory management and turn rate analysis and sales per square foot analysis, and you can get into the numbers, you can get into the weeds, and you could kill everything that doesn't make economic sense to you, to the point of not delighting your customers, to angering your customers, to losing what makes your store special. And a lot of veteran store owners, when I give these talks, they're like, "Oh, you better be careful. This is not the way." And I'm like, "Yes, it's not the way." So I understand it's part of the way. So I always, now when I talk, I kind of mention, okay, this is a tool. Once your store's not broken, you don't need to keep using the tool. Put the tool down. Especially if you have one tool like turn rate analysis. If all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail, and you're always trying to bash that down. So you can go too far in the business side, and clearly you can go too far in the customer satisfaction side. And everybody sees that, right? Free FNM events, discounting across the board, carrying things with single digit, like one turn rate in the store where you really, the community has told you you are not their customer, right? They've told you this, but you keep selling it, you keep holding events for them. Why? Because you really want to delight the customers at the expense of your business. And then I guess finally a good look at reviews. If you look at store reviews, you'll see two types of bad game store reviews, right? There's the business side bad review, which are the ones that I'm very concerned about all the time, and I want to fix them. I really want to fix everything that's wrong with the business side review. The staff was rude, the store was dirty, something bad happened. I want to resolve all those problems. I take those deadly seriously, and I'm 16 hours a day. I'm working on anything that comes up that's related to that. Store related problems. The second type of bad review is you don't love me. You don't love me. It was good for a while. You were delighting me on a regular basis, but the spark is out, and you don't love me. And these reviews are often vague because customers don't really know why they're upset. They're just it's over. The relationship is over. You've dropped a product line that they wanted. You dropped an event that they enjoyed going to. You stopped caring. You stopped caring about what they care about. They only see the business side. They think you're a money grubber because all they see is the business, because you put the dollars and cents before their love. So, and those you can't do anything about. And this is the reason why I generally take some reviews very seriously, but as an aggregate, I don't care about store reviews for game stores. And some great stores will have bad reviews, and some really unprofitable stores will have great reviews because they delight all the time and they make no money at all. So there you go, those two juxtapositions. Thanks.